and there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.
Yeah, but no.
I belong to you.
Yeah.
Do just what you want. You're the one that trust. And I'll always be around when I need some loving, baby.
So cute. We have arrived to Mystic Falls, aka Covington, Georgia. This is my sister and I's third time coming here. The first time it was on my 20th birthday, and then the second time was last year at their last I Was Feeling Epic Vampire Diaries convention, and we are here again and we are so excited. So I'm gonna give you like a haul of all of the photo ops, meet and greets, selfies, and just like a mission pass that we have, because the mission passes are so cute this year. So we each got a little lanyard, and these are the passes. Just says we get a mission on it with an ornament and a cute little bow on top, which literally match my nails. These are my nails. They are cat eye glitter with little white bows on them. I'm literally obsessed, and it fits the theme so well. We got a schedule with all of the panels, photo booths, selfies, photo ops, meet and greet information, all that kind of stuff on there. The first photo op we have is on Saturday with Ian Somerhalder and Kat Graham. It's so cute. It's like a little snow globe. Next photo op we got is Sunday with Joseph Morgan, and he plays Klaus on the Vampire Diaries and also the originals. And I got a selfie with Ariel Kebbel on Friday. And then my sister and I both got meet and greet tickets for Paul Wesley on Saturday morning, which I am so effing excited about, because Paul Wesley is literally my everything. He's like my man crush, my favorite actor, my favorite person, my favorite celebrity. Like, he's just, he has a place in my heart. And then we also, my sister got a meet and greet for Chris Wood, who is like her Paul Wesley to me. But unfortunately he literally canceled yesterday, so she is very sad about it, and I'm like still sad about it because I was gonna see him in like panels and stuff. But we still have like such a great lineup. Last year we only did 2 photo ops, and so this year we went out more with the purchases, but honestly still not a lot, as a lot of people get like all the autographs, all the photo ops, all the everythings, but shit's expensive. So we did what we did, and I'm just so excited that we're here again. It is Thursday. We got in today, and we've already like had like a pretty busy day. Like, we just had shit to do. Like, when we got here we had to go pick up our car. We rented a car off Turo, which is what we did last year. We then had to go straight to early registration to get like our packets and our mission and everything. And then while we were there, we looked at all the vendors there. There were so many cute shirts, like merch. After that, we were super hungry. Like, both of us hadn't really eaten anything all day, so we ended up going to Lucky Day, which is like in the square, and it's like a taco place that really goes all out for like the Christmas time and like decorates a lot. And we went there last year and really liked it. So we went back again and it was decorated to the nines and it was so cute. And then we went to Walmart, which I didn't film because like it was boring, but it's actually freezing here. Last year it was actually pretty like warm, like toasty hot a little bit, but it's actually like December winter weather here in Georgia. We really both got a coat because we didn't bring a coat. All we have is a sweatshirt because we weren't thinking it was actually going to be this cold. So we got a coat. My sister got like 2 long sleeves to layer up on, and then we got food like breakfast for the morning and stuff. Back to the square, and they were doing Vampire Diaries episodes in the square, and sadly last year we weren't able to do it because it got rained out, so I was super excited to do it this year. So we just sat on the grass and watched an episode of the Vampire Diaries literally in the square with like the clock tower and the Mystic Grill behind. So it was amazing, but it was also very cold, so we only stayed to watch 1 episode, and then we have just been back here and we watched the newest episode of Love Island Australia, and now we are going to bed. So that's why I decided to update you. But yes, I'm very excited to be here. I will see you in the morning. It is 7:43 and we are now getting ready to start the day. Our order of business today is really just watching panels, and the first one starts at 10:15. So we're gonna go into the square earlier to get pictures at like Elena's house and Caroline's and the Lockwoods and like Mystic Grill in front of the clock tower and everything, basically just like everywhere. Okay, we are out in the square, just parked, and we're gonna walk to Elena's house. It's just like right down the street, and it is, what'd you say it was, 28 degrees out? Feeling good. And it is freezing, but oh,
It might be colder than New York.
whoa, oh my god, I almost just fell. We made it to Elena's house. Obviously we've seen this before, but it just looks so pretty with the Christmas decorations on it and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, remember that black? We just took pictures. Now where we're going, I think we're gonna go to Caroline's because she's actually having a meet and greet right now at her house, and so we kind of want to see if we can find her, Candace King. And then we're gonna go to the Lockwood Mansion, which is right down the street too. Okay, so Elena's house is right there, and then you walk down the street and this is Caroline's house. So Elena's, Caroline's, and then you walk down the street and there's the Lockwoods right over here. And then here is the Lockwood Mansion. You can't go in it, it's gated, but let me discreetly wait, I don't think we should be just standing here though and staring. What are we supposed to do? Walk by?
Wow.
Okay, so I don't know if you got that whole interaction, but basically we were just like walking back to like Caroline's house, and then Candace pulled up in her car. Crazy. And she was just sitting in her car, and like there was other girls walking around, but we were like the only ones that were noticing this. We were trying to like nonchalantly like just like cute stare, but also like not stare, because we didn't go up to her, we didn't want to interact with her because we just are not respectful. Yeah, we're respectful of celebrities and we're not gonna go up to people. Like I would just feel even bad doing that. So we just kept our distance, but she ended up coming out and went inside and we went on our merry way. But it was just fun to see a little celebrity spotting for the first day of the convention. Okay, we're at the Welcome Center of Covington right now. They have a lot of vampire like memorabilia and like props and everything in here. The infamous couch and the chair. This is the safe that Paul was trapped in, and he signed it. And then this is Damon's bedroom. first panel is at 10:15, so we just walked here, and this is the setup right now. We're waiting for Candace, Kat, and Nina to go on.
When was the last time the three of you guys were in the same place? Was it the rap party? So.
I am a little bit, not shy, but I just kind of like to sit off in a corner by myself.
You're thoughtful.
I'm thoughtful. And then at moments like these, then I remember, oh yeah, I'm that guy.
It's just the hip turn, guys.
You want a hip turn?
No.
He moves,
No.
he stops, he turns, and he always has prop.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not it. Come on, tell me that's not it. Well, Niklaus.
Get cozy in a blanket, you know?
Oh, we have blankets.
Yeah.
Really step outside of it. It's one of the hardest things you could do is act and direct at the same time. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I loved working with the actors. Like, it really made me appreciate the actors on set more, and then I got to really understand what every crew member does. That was a really cool thing for me. And those were the best episodes, let's be honest.
It was like, you know, where they were able to give you a rundown.
We sat outside for the panels for like, what, 5 hours, 6 hours?
Yeah.
We were there basically all day, and it is way colder than we thought, so we were literally freezing. We couldn't feel our like feet or hands, like fingers, anything like that, but we did it, and it was actually really good panels, like very good panel guests. And then I had a 3:30 selfie with Ariel Kebbel that I just did, and I was like freaking out, nervous the whole time because I'd never done a selfie. I just done photo ops where you don't really talk, but selfies you more so interact with like the celebrities and talk to them. So I was like, what do I say? And basically she didn't know I was a selfie because selfies and autographs are in the same line, and so it was like very kind of awkward because I went up to her with nothing because I didn't have anything, obviously, other than my phone. I was like, hey, how are you? And she was like, good, how are you? And I was like, I love you as Lexi and an aquamarine, and then John Tucker Must Die is my favorite movie. And she was like, oh my god, thank you. And then literally she stopped talking and I stopped talking because that's all I had made up in my mind to say. And I was like, and then I pulled out my phone and I was like, she was like, oh, you have a selfie? I was like, yeah. And then I skedaddled, and now we're walking back to put our name into Mystic Grill because usually it's like a 2-hour wait, so we'll probably just like walk around the square until we get in. We walked around the square a bit, and now we're gonna take some pictures because honestly the lighting slays. It's like sunset hour and the whole square looks so pretty, especially the clock tower.
Oh my god, his parents' name is Nimrod.
Made it to Mystic Grill after some shopping around the square. Oh, backwards. I got a veggie burger with fries. McKenna got a fries and mac and cheese. And then we got the Damon's chocolate cake. What are you doing? Okay, so we just got back from Mystic Grill. Drove back to the Airbnb because we actually are going to a concert tonight. So we are going to see how this goes, but it is with Kat Graham, who plays Bonnie in the Vampire Diaries. It has Gris Brochu, who also is in the Vampire Diaries and also is in Lemonade Mouth, which I have watched the Vampire Diaries so many times, and I only just made this connection like when I was buying these tickets for the concert. So I'm hoping maybe there's a Lemonade Mouth like song appearance. I don't know. But him, this other guy I don't know, and then also Ron Pope, who is a singer of A Drop in the Ocean, which is my favorite song in the Vampire Diaries soundtrack. So I'm super excited. But the concert's outside, y'all, and we are already freezing today. We are freezing little tushies off. I still cannot feel my feet. So we are literally going to layer the F up in our clothing wear. While we went shopping, while we were waiting to get into the Mystic Grill, I got some things. So I'm gonna show you these things. So the place that we always love to go, I mean, we go into like every store in the square, but the Soapbox is always a tried and true. So I got just 4 bath bombs. The first one is Crazy Love. Second is 50 Shades. Third is Black Velvet, which was labeled as like vervain, so that's why I got it, and also smells really good. And then the fourth one I got is Mermaid Kisses, and they all smell so delish. But then yesterday when we were at registration, there was like all these vendors, so we looked at all the vendors, and I had to get this keychain. Like, are you kidding? It's Mr. Cuddles, who's in season 6, which is one of my favorite seasons, and then a blood bag. I'm like, are you literally joking? And then if you're seeing this, Melanie, I would have just given you this. Melanie's my roommate and my bestie, and she was like, get me a keychain, because she loves keychains. So another Mr. Cuddles, but this one has a little bow. So these are the 2 that I got, and they are so cute. I love bears, and it's like such like a, you won't really know it's from Vampire Diaries kind of thing, which is my kind of jam, you know, something discreet. But anyways, that's the haul. We're gonna layer up, we're kind of gonna like chill for a while, and then we're gonna drive back and go to the concert.
We just take our time with no warning. Time with no warning. Why's that? Getting everything I want when it's relative. Right now, it's to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
Cried about the ocean slipping quickly through your hands. You were searching for one grain of sand. Sing it with me. I'm Ron Pope. I appreciate you being here. 1, 2, 3. It's just a drop in the ocean, a change in the weather. I was praying that you and me might end up together. It's like wishing for rain as I stand in the desert, but I'm holding you closer than most, 'cause you are my heaven. I don't wanna wait.
It is the next day, and we are getting ready to go meet Paul motherfucking Wesley. And I did meet him last year at the last con. We did a photo op with him, which photo ops are very rushed. You don't even really get to talk to them. You like say hi, take a picture, and then leave. But this time we actually are like sitting down with him, talking to him, and it's really fun, and they're building the anticipation for us because we have no idea where we're going. All the meet and greets have like a location scheduled, but Paul and Ian both don't have their schedule that is listed as secret location. And last night we were told to meet at the photo booth area, and they will then shuttle us to the secret location. So we still have no idea where it is. My sister and I's theory is that Ian and Paul's meet and greets are actually together because they're at the same time, and they are both like listed as like secret location. So we think it might have to do with like something with their brother's bond bourbon, or like we're going to one of the filming places or something like that. And then last night was so freaking good. We went to the concert and it was amazing. They had Ben Loving, who is like in Legacies, I'm pretty sure. I actually didn't know who he was, but he was like really kind of fire. Like I was like, okay, pop off. And then we had Chris Brochure, who is on the Vampire Diaries, and he's really good. He's like Noah Kahn vibes. Then Ron Pope played, who plays A Drop in the Ocean, which is on the soundtrack of Vampire Diaries, and one of my favorite scenes, and so it's like one of my favorite songs definitely from the show. So that was just surreal to experience. And then last but not least, we had Kat Graham herself, aka Bonnie Bennett, and she slayed Boots' house down. We didn't really know her songs, but she was so good, so captivating. Like she had backup dancers, she had choreography, it was a whole production. And then one of her last songs she played was Feel So Close by Calvin Harris, and it was...
Hi, I'm literally just editing this vlog and realized that there was nothing after this clip, where I just abruptly like turned off the camera in the middle of my sentence and never said the rest of my story. But basically at the end of like Kat's kind of performance, she goes, okay guys, the next song I'm gonna play, Alexis told me that you guys would go crazy for. Alexis is like the one who created the con, and she told me that I should play it, and I was like, I don't really know if I want to, but I think you guys are gonna really love it. And then I whispered in the ear of my sister and said, it's gonna be Feel So Close by Calvin Harris, which is the song that is iconic in the Vampire Diaries fan base, because it's the song where like Delana is you know, partying and dancing in the like mansion. And then literally right when I whispered that, she started playing Feel So Close. So it was just absurd. We went nuts. And then she invited all the audience to come up to the stage and like fist bump, you know, do a mosh pit, whatever. And it was surreal.
Pop my head in. That's my favorite scene.
Oh.
Because then I'm out. I'm like, bye, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah, everybody looks pretty damn cozy. Ooh, you guys have food. Guy, the man she's talking about is a part of our scientific team. He's the head of pediatric nephrology at Dartmouth, and he's
so good. I hate being cold.
There's always like a little blanket commotion before everything.
What time is it, McKenna?
4:47.
4:47. Looking at the square, we just got some ice cream while we're waiting to get into a restaurant called Social Go that we went to trivia like last year, and it's really good. They have a really good Alfredo that I want. But it's been a busy day. I haven't really vlogged. We had the Paul meet and greet. I'll talk about that later. I was screaming, crying, throwing up. I was nervous, shaking, all the things. And we watched panels, and then we went to our Ian and Kat Graham. Made it to Social Go an hour and a half later. What did you think of the Ian and Kat photo op?
Good enough.
What was your experience with Ian?
Okay, so I walked up and we like get in there. I don't even know what happened, to be honest. And then we like take a picture or whatever, and then he like, so we're like this, I'm like this. And he turns to me. I don't even know what he said, but it was something along the lines of like, nice to meet you, bye. And I was like, bye. He was literally like this close to my face. I was like, I can see your fucking like pores, man.
Yeah, man.
He was so close to my fucking face, bro. And then I turn around, and I'm like, bye, nice to meet you. And then Jillian's like, Kat, you did so good. And I'm like, yeah, you slayed. And then we walked away.
Yeah.
And Ian's like, bye.
Yeah, I'll put the picture right here, but I was by Kat and McKenna was in the middle of both of them, so she got the best of both worlds. But after the picture was taken, I turned to Kat and I was like, you were so good at your concert, like you slayed. And then McKenna like chimed in and said you slayed too. And she's like, oh my god, thanks guys. And then we left. Because we weren't even supposed to be talking to them. Like you're not supposed to really talk to them. So we had to bolt out of there, but it was good. Yeah, it was good. Obviously it's just a photo op, so it goes by really fast. But we were also in the line for like an hour or so it took like a long time to get there. It is Sunday, the next day, and also the last day of the con. And I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. But I realized that I never spoke about the Paul meet and greet just because yesterday was just crazy. But yeah, it was supposed to be a secret location that we were shuttled to. So we show up to like the con warehouse where like the photo booths are and like the autograph stations, and they're like, okay, like wait here like for the shuttle bus or whatever. And Ian's meet and greet was also at the same time, so people from Ian's meet and greet were also there as well. And we're like sitting in this warehouse and I see like chairs in a circle laid out like to the left of us with like an Epicons like poster in the back, and I'm like, oh my god, like look, like someone's meet and greet is here, like in the freaking warehouse. And then I go to the bathroom and I come back and my sister's not sitting where she was sitting before, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I look straight ahead and she's sitting in the chairs that were in the circle that I was just making fun of. And I sit down and she's like, this is where our meet and greet is. And I was like, no effing way. And then we started talking to like all the other people in the meet and greet too, which I think there was like maybe like 20 of us total. And they were all like, I literally only bought this because it was saying that this was going to be a secret location and like it was super exciting, and like literally all of us were pissed. I was like, what the fuck is this? Again, Paul Wesley I love. So literally like I feel like anywhere, like I was just wanting to do a meet and greet. I didn't really freaking care about the location. Like I would have bought it if it was like on the side of the street. Like I didn't care. But like the fact that it was like labeled to us as secure location, we were just like liars. And then he finally comes out, strolling in, handsome as ever, and he just sits down, and basically we have like 45 minutes to like just ask him questions and like talk to him and stuff. And for a long time there I didn't ask him questions because I was so nervous. I was literally like shaking in my boots. But then my first question to him was, how, like when you're not filming and when you're not busy, like what's your day-to-day life basis look like? And then he was like, he loves hiking, he loves going to the beach. And then I'm trying to think of my other questions. I think I actually just blacked out. My questions was, did he like Ripper Stefan or Stefan better? And he said he loved playing Ripper Stefan. Also, like, he told me that he also, when he was playing Stefan, he told like the producers or the writers or whatever that like Stefan needed more, and they were like, we have just a thing for you like in store, like just wait, like we're gonna do something crazy. And that's when they brought on Ripper Stefan, and he was really happy with that. I'm a vegetarian, and also one of the things when I first like found Vampire Diaries that I just remember, like when I looked at his page and I was like, oh my god, he's like a vegan, I think. I didn't really ask him if he was. I kind of wanted to. It says on like Wikipedia that he is, but I didn't want to be like, oh, so you're a vegan, and he'd be like, the fuck, no, I'm not. But he has like a lot of animal advocacy on his page, and also just like he cares about like the earth and stuff. And so I asked him, I was like, oh, like I've been following you, like, and I see that you post a lot about animal advocacy, like how did you get into that? Anyways, yeah, it was super fun. And then with the meet and greet, you get like a selfie with the person, And so we all lined up, and it actually had like one of the con like volunteers take the picture for us, and she took it so jank. The angle was horrible. I don't know what she was doing, but yeah, so I got to like meet him, and he said thank you, like I appreciate you, and then I left. This was the photo. I was actually like, I would have rather had a selfie. I'm really happy with it, honestly, like all in all. But anyways, so today woke up early. It is 6:45. We've been waking up at like 6:30 every morning, and let me tell you, my throat hurts, my body hurts, my stomach hurts, just everything hurts. We are going to Conyers, which is where they filmed the originals. Spoiler alert, the original was not actually filmed in New Orleans, if you didn't know that. It was actually filmed like 15 minutes down the street from the town square where Vampire Diaries was filmed. And we have never been there because we hadn't really watched the originals before. And this year I actually watched the originals. I finished the last episode literally the day before or the night before I came here. And my sister still hasn't watched it, but I am now like a fan of like Riley Vocal and like Charles Michael Davis, who plays like Freya, and then Marcel, like newfound fans, and me. And then we have our Joseph Morgan, our Joe Mo photo op at 11:15 that we have to go to after. And then we have just like panels basically the rest of the day. I'm excited for it. He came out yesterday, and it's our first time seeing him. He wasn't at the last con, so it was like surreal seeing him. And then also Ian Somerhalder was here yesterday. We hadn't seen him before either, so it was like, oh my god, these people are actually like real. Because like basically all the other people we had seen at the last con. Okay, we made it to Old Conyers Town, which is where they filmed the originals. We're trying to find like exactly where the filming locations were. I guess one of them was right here in this Celtic Tavern. It's not looking like New Orleans yet, so we're gonna keep walking and wandering around, because I know the filming locations were here, not actually New Orleans. Maybe up there. There's like a little balcony here that looks New Orleans-y. This alleyway looks familiar. Or maybe it was this alleyway. Oh, it was this alleyway, I think. Stuff was happening in there. Alright, so here's the building that they filmed a lot of stuff at. Honestly, y'all, even though I just watched this, I don't know where anything is. I don't recognize anything. I think it's also just because it's obviously not like a film set anymore. So it just like, it looks like regular schmegular, you know? But I know this building somewhere. Okay, we've just been walking around the square, but this is like where all the stuff happens in the alleyway. I didn't show this, so, and it's right by my sick girl. Just took a bunch of pictures. Well, McKenna did. I already had all mine from the first day, but now we're going to this little coffee shop. Oh, it's like, is it closed? They're selling blood bags at like every store.
Regulations for different airports, so it's the things you own end up owning you and this whole thing, but then partly just like
I really just channeled the joy that I felt when I was younger.
Did you know you had this blanket?
Of course I know we have a freaking blanket. I didn't know.
Paul didn't know. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my bride.
We're gonna start with like just a little easy. I've been asking everybody like.
Alright, it is 4:52. We just got back to the car from the con. We're actually like in the square, so we're just gonna stay here, but we just needed to sit down for a second. But yeah, today was panels, but then also we went to the Joseph Morgan photo op. Put the picture here. but he had such good eye contact, like literally felt like he was like trying to remember like everyone's faces and just like staring into my soul, I feel. And you could tell that he was also really trying to like say his thank yous and like nice to meet you. We walked up and he was like, thank you, like nice to meet you, and then we like left and he was like, nice to meet you, like thanks for coming. So that was really nice, and I was like literally giggling, like kicking my feet kind of energy just from his like vibe. And then we went and sat for panels. Paul and Ian were out, and that was like a huge thing. The crowd was crazy for them, of course, because they are like the best, especially together. And then after panels, we were leaving, and I saw on like our Facebook group from like the Epic Cons that Riley Vocal, who plays Freya in the originals, was having like selfies at her like merch stand. And I was like, oh my god, because I'm a new originals watcher and lover, and so I had no idea who this girl was until like a mere months ago. So I don't really still know that much about her, but I followed her on Instagram and everything, and I became like a fan of hers. And so I was like, let's just go and check it out. Oh, I gotta sign in. And so we ended up going to her merch stand, and I saw her and she was interacting with everyone, like having like long conversations with them, and I was like, this is too much for me, like I'm too starstruck, I'm too nervous. So we left. We started going down the path to get back to the square, and it was like what, like a 5-minute walk we had already done. And I kept thinking about it. I was like, actually I really have to go back. Like I was really struggling to go back or not, because I was just so nervous about it. But we ended up going back, and it was just so awkward. Like I'm just such an awkward person. But I went up to the booth and I was like, hi, like are you doing selfies? And she was like, oh my gosh, like hi gorgeous, like yes we are. And then she stood up, she had her own ring light, and so we just started taking selfies, and she was so personable. And she was talking to even McKenna, who didn't even get a selfie with her, and she commented on my hair, and then she hugged me. It was surreal, right? You even said you loved it. Yeah, McKenna doesn't even know who she is, because
I know who she is.
Well, yeah, I mean she was watching her on panels and stuff, but you haven't seen her like in the originals. But anyways, it was like probably one of my favorite interactions from any celebrity. But yeah, anyways, now we're at the square. We're gonna go to Scoops again, where we went last night for ice cream, and then I think we're just gonna like walk around the square at night, since it's our last night here.
It's editing me again. But after this clip, I actually stopped vlogging completely, because I wanted like our last night to just not have to worry about vlogging or like taking pictures or anything, just like being there for our last night at Covington. So yeah, I basically just also then forgot to vlog an outro. So basically that's the vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was so fun, and I'm so glad that I did vlog, just so I can always look back on this like weekend, just it was so fun. But yeah, that's all. Peace.